Hello, my name is Stuart and this is my tinnitus channel. So I've got this wretched tinnitus which I've had since, when was it? February the 25th, 2022. So I'm coming up to my anniversary. It's not really something to celebrate, is it? Yeah. So I was standing in my kitchen on the 25th of February 2022 and just literally I just heard literally out of nowhere in my left ear, and I thought, what is that? And look, is the tap on or something like that? And no, and so it started. I think most people remember when they first heard their tinnitus, and I even remember the date. You probably remember that you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't have it. It'd be really bizarre if you were. So yeah, I mean, I would say I'm fairly lucky. My tinnitus is probably no worse than it was on the day that I first noticed it. My perception of it has differed. It doesn't seem to be as loud. Maybe it is, but it does fluctuate, of course. I've tried various things. Nothing's really cleared it. And although I've been on this channel promoting spinach and I don't know, various other sort of foods that you could take to improve it, I'm beginning to wonder whether any of those have actually got any impact whatsoever. I did think that spinach was a big thing because I had a bit of a spike and I ate a whole packet of spinach, 240 grams. And it seemed to improve it the next day. It was about like 50% of what it had been. And I kind of tried that one or two more times and it seemed to work again. I've had a lot going on in my life recently and I forgot to keep going with the spinach and one or two other things, and my eating has become a lot more sort of chaotic and just eating what I want, and I sort of forgot about supplements, pills and all that kind of magnesium tablets and what have you and all that kind of thing. It's been maybe several weeks since I decided to have anything at all which I perceived was good for my tinnitus. And I have to say that on average, I haven't really noticed much difference. I can wake up in the night and hardly hear it, and in the morning it's piercing a bit. It's usually louder when I wake up in the morning, but in the middle of the night when I wake up, quite often I can only just hear it. During the day I don't really notice it, even though if I stop, yep, it's there. I can hear it when I'm out and around walking on the streets and there's traffic. So just to give you an idea, it's not sort of, I've heard people saying that they've got to sit in a quiet room to notice it. No, I mean, with me, if I'm on a noisy street, I can still hear it. I wouldn't know what decibel rating to put on it, but I wouldn't really say that it's significantly really impacting my life. It's just become something which is there all the time and which I've got used to. And of course, when I first got it, and I was in shock about it, especially realizing it could be around forever, at least as long as I live, then that was a very psychologically disturbing thing. I thought my life was over, but what can I say? I mean, you get used to these things, and I've got used to it. My life is fairly reasonable at the moment. I'm getting things done, and I mean, I've got my business. I've got an online business, and I've got some friends, and I've kind of been in a relationship, and I mean, just the normal things that people do, and I'm optimistic about the future. In the meantime, it's still there. Sometimes it's a zinging hiss with a sort of knife cutting through the middle of it. But that seems to be, I seem to notice it gets to that level less and less. Now, I did a stupid thing 2 months ago. I took up the violin, which I suppose was really silly. And I must say that even though I was wearing earplugs, I did notice that with violin playing, say half an hour a day, that it was spiking a lot more. And sadly, I've had to give up the violin. I've put it up for sale, so I'm disappointed about that. But I should have took up the violin years ago before I got tinnitus. Of course, I might well have brought it on earlier, but I've had to give that up, unfortunately, because I'm afraid that I might cause some sort of long-term issue for myself. So I still hold that all those alternative therapies, acupuncture and chiropractics and everything, that if you're going along to those and you're finding some improvement, I believe it's purely coincidental, and I've explained why that is. It's pure statistics. 1,000 people out there this week go to tinnitus sufferers go to decide and have a chiropractic session. Another 1,000 decide not to. Now, out of those 1,000 that decide not to, coincidentally, 10 got better. I mean, that's just how tinnitus works. It sometimes spontaneously improves, so, it gets better. Now, the 10 people out of the 1,000 who did not go to see a chiropractic just thought, oh, it spontaneously improved. Great. No apparent cause. Now, of the 1,000 that went to see a chiropractor, 990 said, oh, those quacks, nothing happened. Didn't improve. I'm not going again. However, 10, the same 10 from the control group, from the other group who didn't go to the chiropractor, the same 10 who would have improved anyway, attributed their improvement to the chiropractor. Do you see where I'm coming from? They would have improved anyway, but because they happened to be seeing a chiropractor, out of the 1,000, and bear in mind 990 didn't get any improvement whatsoever, 10 people will get onto YouTube and they'll go to a chiropractor's YouTube video and they'll say, it helped me. No, it didn't help you. It would have improved anyway. It was either just a placebo or it would have improved anyway. There's no evidence that any of these alternative therapies improve tinnitus. Look at the British Tinnitus Association website. They've got all the science there. No evidence that chiropractics and acupuncture is good for anything except muscular pain, let alone tinnitus, a condition that the greatest neurological minds and ENT people in the world have not been able to crack. You think that by sticking some random needles in you and having somebody put his knee on your back and pull your neck upwards and crack your joints is going to help. No, it's not going to help. Don't waste your money, please. I beg you, do not waste your money on these quacks, on these unproven, unscientific, scurrilous, unscrupulous practitioners. And the same goes for the linear. Don't waste your money on that tongue-tickling white noise generator for €3,000. I beg you, don't make these people rich. Wait for a proper evidenced cure to arrive. One that, unlike the linear, who've only tested their own product, there've been no independent studies. We need independent studies to confirm that any of these treatments work. Okay, so that's my update. As you can see, I'm as skeptical as ever, scornful as ever, particularly when these rogues are taking money out of people who are suffering, pretending that their treatments are going to do them any good. That really gets my goat. That does. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again with another video soon. Bye for now.